For this circuit we need to find the three voltages V1, V2, V3 and this current I1. Now when we look at the circuit we can see that this is a node here, so we will write KCL for that node. So we will assign two more currents, one is here I2 and one is downwards. These three branches are connected to this node, and we can say that this node's voltage is V, just V. So I1, if we want to write I1 in terms of V, we can see that I1 will be 10 minus V over 2 from Ohm's law, because the voltage at this point of the resistance is 10 volts and at this point is V volts. So since the current is going from 10 to V, the voltage drop across the resistance, which is V1, that will be 10 minus V, and divided by current from Ohm's law will give us the current. So I1 is actually V1 over 2 and V1 is 10 minus V. Similarly, if we see if we write I2, that will be, I2 is going in this direction, so that will be of course V2 over 4. V2 is the drop across the 4 ohms resistance, so voltage drop divided by resistance will be the current. Now V2 will be, the voltage here is V and voltage here is minus 6, we will call this as ground. So this is minus 6 because of the polarity of the voltage source. So V minus minus 6 over 4, which is V plus 6 over 4. That is the voltage drop across the, over 4 is the current, basically I2. And finally this current I3 will be the voltage drop V3 over the resistance is 8, so 8. So that will be V3 is just V minus 0 because this is ground, so that's 0. So V minus 0 is just V over 8. So if we write KCL for that node, we have I1 is equal to I2 plus I3, because I1 is the entering current and I2 and I3 are the leaving currents. So entering currents equal to leaving currents, sum of entering currents, sum of leaving currents. So of course I1 is 10 minus V over 2 and then this one is equal to V plus 6, I2 V plus 6 over 4 plus V over 8, here V over 8. So these are the currents. So I will multiply both sides by 8 and I will get 40 here, 40 minus 4V, and this one will be 2V plus 12 and this one will be just V. So if we rearrange it, we get 40 minus 12 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we get 4V plus 2V plus V. So basically what I have done, I have taken this on that side and this on that side, on the left hand side. So we are getting now 7 volt is equal to 28. So V is equal to 4 volts. That's what we get. So the voltage at this node is 4 volts. So V1 will be 10 minus 4, which will be 6. So V1 will be 10 minus V, which will be 10 minus 4, that's 6 volts. V2 will be V plus 6, so that will be 4 plus 6, that will be 10 volts. And of course V3 will be V, that is 4 volts. And I1 will be, which we need to find, will be V1 over 2. So I1 will be I1 will be V1 over 2 and V1 is 6, so 6 over 2, that's 3 amps. Similarly we can find the other two currents, this for using Ohm's law. If I just go ahead, I2 will be V2 over forgetting the resistances. I2 V2 over 4, V2 over 4, so V2 is 10 over 4, and I3 will be 4 over 8, so these amps. So this is 2.5 amps I2, and this one is 0.5 amps. So 3 amps current coming here, and 2.4 amps going this way, and 0.5 amps going that way.